Attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
When the clock strikes zero after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Kreekak of State Farm Insurance. You've got used to one segment of Good Takes in the morning, but now there's a full show of Good Takes at night. Welcome into Raff's Good Take on Sports on 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, welcome in Raff's Good Take on Sports. Harrison Arn still on the ones and twos. You guys are always welcome to join in. 402-464-5685. Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, Channel 961. If you got Allo Cable, great ways to put a face to the voice. We do not live, or we are live on the brick and mortar. No football, obviously. It's Tuesday, and no Royals. That one wrapped up. We don't have the MLB playoffs on here as well. Real quick, Raff, I do want to get to a text that I didn't get to at the end of my last segment. And I need to clarify here. As you can imagine, I complained about the refs a little bit yesterday's game. We did get this texter, and I was talking about before, it's like we need more officials to get a better crop of officials. Unknown texter says we need more with a lot of question marks, exclamation points. You need smarter ones who are graded on their calls. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. All I'm saying is, who are you going to replace the ones who get bad grades with? Other officials. Go look around locally and the high school level, you'll see a lack of officials. Where do you think high school officials go work at? The college level. Where do you think the college officials go work at? The NFL. I mean, it all just builds off of top of each other. If you want better officiating, it starts with having more officials to get that better cream of the crop. So maybe I didn't explain that enough. That's all I'm saying there. I had to clear that up because I left on that note and I was like, I didn't quite get to him. So with that being said, Raff, side tangent, get it out of the way. How's it going on a Tuesday?
It's going good. It's going good. Yeah, about those officials too. And you got to find officials that have love for the game. Like, I know that sounds weird, but I know that you can offer, money to, but if they see it as just money and not as, you got to have some passion for the sport and some love for the sport. I think that's what makes the officials great. If they don't have that love for that sport or it's just not there. I mean, I've umpired with people that were just there for the paycheck, and I've umpired with people that truly wanted to be there, and it just makes a big difference, I think, when they have interest in what's taking place.
Yeah, Raff. I've been at multiple workplaces, and the same thing. Like, No one wants to work with a guy that doesn't want to be there. Like it's always bad. They're always taking shortcuts, and that stuff happens in officiating. You'll see it in the high school level. some of these games where they might get away a little bit, and it's like a 2-score game, and there's a very, very slim chance that team's going to come back. Sometimes you'll see them just ignore some calls pretty blatantly. And again, that's at the high school level. It's supposed to get better as it goes up there, but we talk about it all the time. How do you fix the officiating? I went on the rant again of you make them full time, you have them work together more in the off season. Sit at a round table, have a dinner party. I don't care. Just get together and communicate what are your goals and how are you calling stuff. Because again, I think just the consistency of some of the calls is what drives people nuts. We've talked about it with targeting. We've talked about it with like the pass interference. You call offensive pass interference here on a slight push, but you don't call it there. Was it the right call? Yeah. Are you calling it all the time? No. So then you just lead to all this inconsistency. Even if it's the right call, sometimes the ref still gets hounded because the consistency isn't there. So again, I might have not phrased that to where it was the best way to understand it in that last segment as I was running out of time, but that's all I'm trying to say with the officiating was where the consistency's gotten really lackluster.
Yeah, and I think it's always been that way. It just
true.
It just seems like I don't know. It sticks. I think it just sticks out more, and a lot of it. It's crazy to think, but I think television has really made officiating look, because these TVs have got so amazing, and everything is so clear. Like back in the 80s, I mean, it's crazy. You go watch a football game, 80s. And at the time we thought it was, we had a great picture on the television, but you look at it now, it was so grainy and you really didn't see everything that was taking place. Well, now you got these amazing televisions that, I mean, you can see the granules, between the white and the out of bounds and the green. It's crazy stuff that you would have never. So I don't think maybe it stuck out as much maybe back in the 80s as what it does now, especially for the viewing audience at home. And it goes, it also goes for like golf, like people see stuff, they see a ball matriculate like one little, and they're like calling in going, his ball moved, stuff you would have never even have noticed in the 80s, just for the fact, because the television and the quality of television just wasn't there.
Simpler times, Raff. I don't think I would have minded that.
So, yeah. Well, and then I was going to go heavy tonight. We're going to talk a lot about, Coach Rule again tonight and, Nebraska, Penn State, Nebraska. But then QB1 stepped to the podium today and said, that Coach Rule is a lock to stay at Nebraska and we have nothing to worry about. So I said, scrap that idea. We're not talking any Coach Rule and Penn State or Nebraska or what he's doing, because he's locked in for Minnesota. We'll focus on that, more tomorrow night. So I thought tonight we could talk about the NFL and kind of look over the first, 6 weeks into the season, and just look at the AFC first, and then move on to the NFC and talk NFL. And if anybody wants to text in with any questions about teams, players, so forth, we will be more than happy to give our 2 cents. I've been saying 2 cents a lot lately. I think that's my new term is I'll give my 2 cents.
Is that a Midwest terminology or is that just everywhere?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, now that I'm down south, I'm bringing 2 cents to Alabama, I guess. I don't know. Do
you guys call it puppy chowder down there in the South, or what do you guys call it? There's one other name for it. You know what I'm talking about? Puppy chowder.
I think is it like the sweet tasting food? I don't know.
I mean, that could be a lot. That could be a lot of things, Raff, to be fair.
Chowder, I was like, is that clam chowder? I was like, I think it's like that. It's like those little like cereal thing, or
yeah. It's like Chex Mix cereal.
Yeah, and they're like
chocolate, and then you put the what do you call it? The powdered sugar.
Yeah. I've never had it down here, so I don't know what they call it down here. So I'll keep my eyes peeled as we get closer to Thanksgiving. Maybe somebody will have it and I'll be able to check and see. But
I think they call it like mud something.
Oh yeah, they might actually.
I claim to fame. That is a Midwest thing, is tavern.
Yeah.
Taverns instead of sloppy joes. That's the only one where people will look at you sideways like, what the hell did you call that? But that's the only one terminology I know for sure the Midwest claims.
Sloppy Joe's because they call it because what is it? What do they call Sloppy Joe elsewhere? They call them oh man.
We call them taverns, and you call them
Taverns.
Sloppy Joe's.
I never heard of taverns before.
Okay, yeah, Northeast Nebraska maybe more in particular then, but yeah, it's
I hear taverns. I'm thinking like Jake's Tavern or
it's a real thing. Texters, please back me up. I hope I'm not insane. Maybe I'm just.
What are those? What are the sandwiches that they used to? On 48th and kind of Vine.
What era? I didn't get down here till 2018.
Back in the 80s, 90s, 60s, 70s. Not Sloppy Joe's, but they were like Sloppy Joe's, but they have another name for them. Man, we needed the listeners tonight to come clutch for us.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man, I cannot think. It was I can't remember what the name of the place was. It was by the hardware store on 48th Street. Man, we need our listeners to come in clutch tonight.
Manwich?
Manwich was in the can, but what is the name of the name of the sandwich that they had on 48th there? It's by the hardware store, North 48th.
I'm just using the Google machine. Yeah. Loose meat sandwiches is one name.
Yeah. Yep. I've heard that.
Tavern.
Okay. And there's I cannot think what they call them.
Slush burgers.
No slush burger.
All right, that's the AI apparently says slush burger is one of the names for it. Let's see. We got a couple of texts in here.
Okay, here we go. Come on, help out here.
We got unknown texter 3100 and then Isaac chiming in here. Tasties?
Yeah, Tasties. Yes, Tasties. And those are like those are basically Sloppy Joe sandwiches. For the most part.
Unknown texter texted in Tasties like 3 times. I was messing there looking at the Google machine. Yeah, it's Tasties. He was screaming from the top of the mountain.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, they call them Tasties. And every time I'd have Tasties, I'd be like, these are just Sloppy Joe sandwiches.
That's a good name for it, though. Tasties. I like that better than.
Was that the name of the restaurant, too? I can't remember if that was the name of the restaurant there, too. It was open forever and ever. And now I think now they have those apartments and I think there are apartments there now. But now
there is a food truck called Tasties. So maybe
yep, that's it. Yep. I'm pretty sure that's where they got the recipe is for the Tasties is from that restaurant, which I believe it might have been called Tasties. Man, I'm starting to lose my Lincoln knowledge from the 80s. This is a sad time in my life. But I'll never forget Fiesta Cantina. All of you out there, if you remember Fiesta Cantina, that right there is 1980 Nebraska Mexican food right there.
Ooh, yeah. I need to find some spots here. Obviously, there's the ones I know and love. I'm looking for like Tipsy Tina's is great. Like on game day weekends, I love there. But like a really authentic Mexican spot. I love Mediterranean food. That's like one of the worst things about living in the Midwest, though. Like, I don't know where to go get seafood here. Unless I want to spend a bunch of money at the Mercado, which they do have it. It's great. Yeah. But I can't be buying salmon like that every night. Like, that's great. Even if I buy cod there, it's probably going to cost a bit more because they got to get that stuff fresh all the way to the most landlocked state that is Nebraska.
Yeah, that is a bit of a challenge to get to find the good seafood there in Lincoln. That's a challenge. That is a challenge. And that's, the daily catch out of Branch Oak. You never know. A couple catfish and a walleye.
I miss the fish fries back home. I will say, up at Hardington, there was always like good fish fries going on. And then of course it was like a very Catholic community. So you can imagine come, Lent, lots of fish fries coming around. So, and for a person like me, even if I wasn't religious, like I would love that. Cause I just, seafood's always you feel like you eat a little bit cleaner. And if you get some real good fish, now if you get catfish that's been sitting at the bottom of the water not moving, it's probably not going to be very good. But if you get some of those more mobile ones, like you can have some really good fish locally, but it's a rarity.
Well, did I ever tell you about my first ever catfish fry in Alabama?
No, I bet you they have really good ones down there.
It's so funny was I came down here and my friends are like, hey, we're going to have a catfish fry. I'm like, oh, did you catch a bunch of catfish? He's like, oh, we don't have any right now. And I go, so wonder if we get that day comes and we fish for the catfish during the day and the catfish fry at night. Wonder if we don't catch any catfish, then what are we going to do? And he goes, hey, Raff, don't worry about it. We didn't feed the catfish the last 2 days. And I'm like, and every time we'd throw our pull out, we caught a catfish. It was unreal. So that's how they have their catfish fries in Alabama. They just don't feed the catfish for a couple days, and they get them kind of hungry, and boom, 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 and next thing you know, you're having a catfish fry.
That's a good method. Just make them hungry. Just tell them. It's brilliant.
Alabama.
Fisherman, Raff?
Sorry. What's that? Are
you a fisherman?
I enjoy it. It's been a while since I have. I mean, we've had some great days, down here fishing. I invented the slow roll. It's a casting technique where I've caught many a bass and many a walleye, and it's legendary down here. They still talk about it every time I'm out on the lake. But yeah, it's been a while since I've actually officially fished. Maybe that's something I need to pick up here while I'm down here to get back to my fishing techniques.
One of the best things to do while you're down there, I'd imagine, there's probably you ever go noodling for catfish?
Never been noodling.
It's not fun.
I went deep sea fishing once or twice, actually.
That sounds more terrifying than noodling. Deep sea, I'm out.
Yeah, it was so crazy because you start going away from the shore, and the next thing you know, the shore disappears, and then you're out in the middle of the ocean, and you're like, I can't see land anywhere. And then you're out on this boat, and you catch. We caught a mahi, and as you're rolling up to the boat, this guy just comes out with a big old spear and just spears it and grabs it and pulls it out of the water. It was wild. It was wild. Caught a over 200-pound marlin. That was insane. Took over 2 hours to reel in. It was insane.
Do you eat that? Do you send it home? How does that work? Because I don't know how you get a 200-pound marlin home.
Well, with that, they said that they're not good to eat apparently, but to get them stuffed or to take them to why am I forgetting all the taxidermist, taking it to the taxidermist. So they actually gave us the option to do that. But then I was like, this isn't like 1978. You're not going to have a marlin over your fireplace anymore. I mean, if it would have been like 1976, 77, I probably would have been getting that thing stuffed, and that'd probably still be up to date. But we just took pictures of it sitting on the back of the boat, and then they just threw it back in the water. But it was crazy. We had a 8-hour fishing trip booked, and after about 4 hours, the next 4 hours was just basically sleeping the whole time because it was just we were all exhausted from reeling in 2 mahi and 1 marlin.
Yeah, that's a lot. Were you just passing the rod between each other, taking breaks? Because there's no way you could do that straight for 2 hours with 200 on.
The marlin was funny because it was like the first hour was one, and then the second hour was me. So I was just like, I was so tired because the mahi were like, one of them was like 60 pounds and the other one was like 70 pounds. I mean, they were both big fish too. So it was like after those 3 fish, we were like, yeah, we're done. Because I'd previously had been deep sea fishing before, but we were catching the little fish where you'd throw your line down to the bottom and count to 5 and then reel it back in, and you'd have like 6 fish on all your hooks. And that was super easy. So that's what I was expecting. I didn't know that we'd be sitting in chairs and getting seat belted in and calling for jaws. I mean, I felt like I was in the movie.
Yeah, I'm just credit to you for I'm out when it comes to the deep sea. There's something about that. It just throws me out. I like fishing, on my local ponds here. They might be small, but I get some decent fish every now and then. Some really gross catfish from time to time when you get those really fat ones that just sit there just idling. But that's something, Raff, I don't know how we got on fishing. That's on me.
I know. It happened. I mean, it's sports. I mean, how often do we talk about fishing? I mean, it's a sport. Bill dance. I remember once down in Alabama down here, they had a Bass Pro tournament down here, and it's wild. It reminds me a lot of like the College World Series where how they have all the booths set up and everything out. That's what That's what like a Bass Pro tournament's like. They have all their fishing booths, then they have the big stage where they do the weigh-ins, and I mean, it was cool. I mean, it's definitely something I like to go to again and just take a look at, because it was pretty cool. So yeah, we're talking fishing. That's what I'm talking about.
There's sometimes you got some major fishing scandals, especially at those competitions. I think the one year they caught someone just shoving a ton of weights into his fish.
Yep.
And he beat the guy out by 1, and then they caught him, and then everyone was like, hey, and I think the guy got like mobbed there for a little bit because everyone actually caught him. But yeah, you can get some tomfoolery going on in the fishing world too.
Well, you always talk about golf being a gentleman's game, like follow the rules, call penalties on yourself, the honesty of it. Well, fishing is the same, down that same avenue. If you start doing some crazy stuff with your fish and trying to, do stuff illegally, I mean, you are a pariah. And that's basically, like golf. If you catch somebody cheating in golf and they're intentionally doing it, that's an easy, sandbagging on your handicap, stuff like that. And you get caught doing that, I mean, you're exiled, and that's pretty much what the fishing game's like too.
All right, Raff, let's get to the text line. You want to finish with a little bit of philosophy, and I can quiz you here.
Yes.
All right. You're getting tested by Raff's Roadies here. Wichita Husker says, if I give you 2 cents and someone else has a penny for their thoughts, where did the other penny go?
Okay, 2 cents. I give you a penny for your thoughts. I don't know.
I don't know either. I just saw that text from him, and I'm like, I don't know if this is supposed to be a testing me, but
I could give you my cent for my thoughts. But why do they say give you my 2 cents?
I would love to know where someone dubbed that thought.
I know why would those are just my 2 cents. Why wouldn't they just say that was just my 1 cent? Huh.
I guess 2 cents was the market value for thoughts back in the day when they coined that.
Maybe.
No,
I bet there has to be some meaning behind it.
Maybe we got to start with inflation. Maybe we got to start saying, I'll give you $5 for my thoughts.
There's my 3 cents. Yeah. Wichita Husker, you need to look that up and see why it came out 2 cents. There has to be a reason why that's just my 2 cents.
I don't know.
That's just my cent. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's that in depth. So now we talk fishing, philosophy. I mean, what else more can this show do? I mean, I'm telling you right now, we're not afraid to cover every topic.
Jack of all trades, master of none, maybe though. It's always a double-edged sword here. But nonetheless, we're going to talk NFL. We will get to that on segment 2 and 3. It's all right though. I spent like the last hour talking NFL, so we'll get fishing talk break. That won't hurt anybody out there. But if you guys are locked in for NFL, be sure to stay tuned in. We're going to break that down, AFC and the NFC, on segments 2 and 3. This is Raff's Good Take on Sports. Don't go anywhere. Harrison Orange is the 1s and 2s. And like I said, Raff down there in Alabama territory. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
This is Rick Heyman with Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman is celebrating 120 years, and you could win big. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for your chance to win a $120 gift certificate every week. That's right. We're giving away $120 every week as a thank you for being part of our story. Don't miss your chance to treat yourself. Follow Sartor Hamann Jewelers today. Celebrating 120 years. Sartor Hamann, when only the best will do.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance. Back to Raff's Good Take on Sports on 93.7 The Ticket. With all the good takes you need, here is your host, Chris Raff.
Segment number 2, Raff's Good Take on Sports. We're going to talk a lot of NFL going forward here. You guys are always welcome to join in. Sartor Hamann text line or any of these streams. All right, Chris Raff, the floor is yours. Which division you want to break down first?
I want to ask you before we really get started into this.
Uh-huh.
What are your biggest surprises of the AFC conference this year? I want to see how close they match to mine. I'm sure they'll match a lot of people's.
Okay. Jags and Colts, I think it's probably a good place to start. Both of those guys. I thought, with the Colts, I did think there was a chance because their defense was good. Jonathan Taylor, you knew you had a running back. You knew you had a decent offensive line, but you didn't think they would be this good. And Jones has rose to the occasion, and he can kind of lean on every other element of that team. They just play complete football. And I'm surprised it clicked as easy as it did. And if they keep playing the way they do, like, we're going to have to start talking about them seriously, like, not just, playoff contenders, playoff appearances, but, Super Bowl appearances. It's just been that good for them. And then obviously I thought the Jags ride was over. I just did. For them to be 4-2 right now is impressive. Honestly, that whole AFC South, the Texans being as bad as they are, I think those are probably the biggest surprises for me. They all probably rely in the AFC South.
Yep. I got one more. The New England Football Patriots. I am just, I don't want to say surprised because, Mike Vrabel's a great coach.
Yeah, he is. That's who I wanted the Bears to hire initially until I realized Ben Johnson was an option. But when that first came out, I was like, Vrabel? I love the fit with him at the Patriots, and I guess that's why I'm not too surprised, but I think that was a slam dunk hire. I think they nailed that, getting Vrabel in there.
It just surprised me that they're playing as well this early. Like I had no doubt he'd get the train back on the tracks, but just that they're playing this well, and they're going to be, I think, a really tough out when the time comes. And I think, Buffalo sitting there, you saw some, some holes in that team last night against the Falcons. And so now I thought going into the weekend, I thought the Bills were, that team to beat in the AFC. And now I'm kind of like, well, looks like there might be, some dents in that armor that maybe they're not quite head and shoulders above people that I thought. I'm still trying to figure out the Steelers a little bit. They have a great defense, but it's just, is Aaron Rodgers, is he, it's that age thing. Like it's like, is he going to be able to get through the season? I don't know. I know AD will be mad at me, but it's just like, I'm still trying to figure out the Steelers. I'm not sure. They're sitting at 4-1, but it's like, are they a team? Can they get like home field advantage? Can they be a threat in the playoffs? And I'm just not sure if they're.
I'm not willing to say a threat in the playoffs. Maybe win a game, but no, I'm not hitching my wagon to them. It's a Mike Tomlin team, so they're kind of always just good. Like, even when they have a horrible offense, they find a way to win 50% of their games. So, I don't think it's a year for them to go win the title, but I'm not horribly surprised that he's got this team to a 4-1 start. And on the bright side, with the Ravens, being down and hurt with Lamar Jackson, I think he'll be back 2 weeks from now because they got to bye this weekend. And I think he'll be back for that Bears game, but you're sitting pretty in that division right now. No one else is really scaring you. The Bengals, we'll wait and see when they get healthy. Ravens, wait and see. Browns, like, you're not really worried about them.
Well, then also too, you look at Lamar Jackson right now. Like, when he does come back, there's a good possibility that the Ravens have almost played themselves out of the playoffs. He's going to have to go, undefeated, lose maybe one game, because you're going to have your division winners. So you look at the Steelers; they've already got a 4-game lead on the Ravens. So they're going to have to overcome that. Then if they don't win the conference title, you're going to have a lot of teams are going to be sitting because you got to think the AFC, there's a good or the AFC West, there's a good possibility that maybe 3 teams come out of the AFC.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably take the Chargers, Broncos. I'm buying the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They were 2-3, and then they went to a Super Bowl before. So 3-3 right now. Probably 3 out of the AFC West.
Yeah. So there's a good possibility that the Ravens are just going to be struggling just to get a wild card. Then, like we said, the Colts and the Jaguars, like we've said for the most part, the Colts, they look for real. The Jags are playing good. So if they continue, they're going to get like the Texans. That's kind of like you said, that's a surprise team for me. I thought they would be better. Maybe they will catch fire. Well, if they catch fire, then that's another team that the Ravens are going to have to deal with, because right now the Ravens, they have to find somehow, some way just to get a chip in the playoffs, because it's going to be interesting, because I don't see the Ravens coming back and overtaking that for a division lead. I think it's Steelers for the taking in that sense, but I don't know. It just seems like 4 games, but I guess we do have a 17-game season now, so that might, but Steelers hold path, they should get that division, I would think.
Yeah, to your point, like if that's the case, Ravens, if you're going for a wild card, like, yeah, you really can't drop games. Sitting there 1-5 already. On the bright side, like I said, they do have a bye week, which they needed it bad. You had a brutal game where you gave up 44. I think so, right? Let me double check their last 2 games for them.
Well, they
gave up 44 to the Texans.
Yeah.
And then 17.
17. Yep.
So the last 2 weeks, like, you've scored 13 points, and I mean, you've given up well over 50 points. So your defense is struggling. It's not even just the offense right now. Like, say what you will, the Texans have been struggling, and they got 44 points. And well, I guess Cooper Rush did throw 3 picks, which doesn't help, but still not a great start. And they can't afford to drop games. Another thing that's like something to kind of keep an eye on, Raff. Excuse me. I was looking at Josh Allen's numbers.
Yeah.
He's kind of regressing back to the norm. Last year, I think, was the fluke for Josh Allen. He throws like 15 picks a year pretty averagely. And last year he brought it down to like 28 and 8. But now he's already got 4 picks on the year. Or no, I think he only threw like 6 picks last year. I'll double check that. But more often than not, he throws a ton of picks every year. Now he's giving you 38 touchdowns. You're never going to bench him.
Yeah.
He's always going to be a good quarterback. But I mean, that stuff doesn't matter, especially when you get to those really close games. Like, and these last 2 games, he's thrown quite a few picks.
Well, and it's situational too. Like if he was behind, so he feels he's like, it's always going to be that way with Buffalo. If he feels that he's behind and he needs to take matters into his own hands, he's going to try, forcing balls into places that probably, because he's got such supreme confidence in his arm talent, that is going to happen. But like you said, he's not a guy you would ever bench. But he's definitely going to take chances with football, especially when he's behind, trying to get his team back into the game. But like right now, the AFC, it's kind of weird. Like who is your team? I mean, are the Colts, are they the best team in the AFC right now?
I think so, which is crazy, but yeah. I mean, are you going to take the Bills or Patriots?
If you had asked me,
and you take your Broncos, but you guys just beat the Jets by 2 points. So
the Broncos, their defense is good, but they got to get their offense, clicking. That's the thing that's hampering the Broncos right now. But like going into the weekend, I was all Bills. Like Bills was the team come out of the AFC. They were the best team. But then Bills struggle against Atlanta, and the Colts have been playing really good football. And I will say this: out of all the teams that Denver's played this year, the Colts have been the best team. Like Dimes, Danny Dimes.
Daniel Jones.
Why am I losing my knowledge? What's going on with me? No. So Daniel Jones, he's handled the Denver defense better than any quarterback they played this year. And that's going against, the Chargers and Justin Herbert. I mean, Justin Fields, that don't count. I have no clue with the Jets. That is trouble. Like I'm not sure if Aaron Glenn makes it through the year as the head coach. I'm just putting it out there right now. I was like, wow. I mean, not only was the offense really bad, but there was some bad coaching that went on in that game too. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out for the Jets, because I think they're in trouble.
Yeah, and the Justin Fields roller coaster has been up and down, and that was the lowest it hit, I think, was that game. That was a really bad one for him, where he just didn't have anything going, and some of it's on the coaches, but yeah, I mean, that place is at 0-6, right? They don't have a win.
1-5. Oh yeah, 0-6. Yeah, 0-6. Yep, correct.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's already over. Like, there's no hope I can find in that team. And then the Justin Fields experiment, like, to be week 6 in and already feel like it's dead is yikes.
Well, and two, it's like I'm just not really sure, like, what they're trying to make him. Like,
I don't know either.
My thing was, like, you got to get him a good quarterbacks coach, because I've always thought that, he's got the talent to play. It's just a matter of putting him around the right things. But I just don't think the Jets right now. I mean, they have Garrett Wilson, they have Breece Hall, but it's just, I don't know. It's something's just does not seem right with the Jets. And I'm not sure. And like I said, I'm not sure with Aaron Glenn. I'm just not sure if he makes it through the year as the head coach, because I could see the Jets, making a change, and whatever the hot name out there is, I could see them going that way, because I'm not seeing anything out of the Jets right now.
No, I mean, if they have any success, and I've said that with Justin Fields everywhere he's gone, like, just take the Ravens playbook for him. Like, if you're going to get the best version of Fields, he is a mobile quarterback, and he looks best when he kind of uses his legs, gets some momentum going, and then everything kind of opens up. He eases into it. He gets more comfortable. And then you do have Breece Hall. So again, like, you can turn that into a mean duo if you get that thing rolling in the right direction. And you're 0-6, so you might as well try, because the playbook you're running right now is not getting you anything.
Well, what's crazy for me is that I thought Denver would shut down the passing game, but that they'd had 9 sacks against him. I didn't think that would be even possible. Just with his mobility that he does have, I just did not think it would be possible to have 9 sacks, and that they were able to get 9 sacks. It just tells me that there's a lot of stuff that's fundamentally wrong with the Jets right now. And I don't know. It'd be hard to be a Jets fan, because and then it's just got to sting a little bit even worse, seeing Aaron Rodgers, putting up the wins that he is, not putting up crazy stats, but he's winning games, and the Jets got to be thinking, man, that could have been us 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then you realize, like, well, even if we did have Rodgers, there's something else going on here, so probably still wouldn't happen. It's kind of like us with Joe Burrow at Nebraska. It's like, man, if we had Joe Burrow, I don't think Joe Burrow would have been Joe Burrow if we took him when he was available. So
I tell everybody this: if Joe Burrow would have came to Nebraska, he would have been one of the top-rated insurance agents probably in Nebraska right now, because he would not have been drafted in the NFL. He would not be in the NFL. He'd be selling insurance probably in Lincoln somewhere.
We got unknown texter in here. Final thing, then we'll go to break here. Yeah, I agree. Tom Brady couldn't win at the Jets right now.
No, I don't think so. It's just even like the end of that before halftime, their 2-minute drill. I mean, it was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen in my life. They got the ball.
Time out, didn't they? Didn't they just go to the half?
They went to the half. They did a fake punt, so you think they're being all aggressive to try and get points for the half, and then they just let the clock run out. I was like, what is going on right now? So it was definitely, and that's coaching. I mean, I feel bad for Aaron Glenn, because he was super successful defense coordinator in Detroit, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I don't know if you just get to New York, or if because I think the Giants, got things going pretty good right now, but I don't know if you just that curse of the Jets or whatever it is, you just walk in there and it's crazy. And Jets they got some work to do, big time work to do.
Yeah, the biggest loser in that one's Justin Fields. I mean, he just can't go anywhere where there's good coaching. And he had it over at the Steelers, and he finally had a winning record. He was 4-2, and he's like, hey, this is great. I have a coach. Yeah, and then because the same thing happened at the Bears. You remember that Lions Thanksgiving game?
Yeah.
Bears have an opportunity to win the game, and they don't take the timeout.
Yeah,
and then he goes for the Jets, and then it was the same thing. It's like obviously not a game-winning situation, but like, hey, you need the points, and they just horrible coaching situations around him. So I've always kind of felt for Fields because it feels like whether he has it or not, I will never fully know because it's been that bad around him his entire career.
Yep. No, I agree. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. Like, are they invested into him as being the future quarterback, or is this just to be one and done year? Because I got to think if it's one and done, not only for him, I think it'll be one and done for Aaron Glenn. Also, I just don't see him surviving the year unless there's just there's some sort of pulse. I mean, they've got to show some sort of uptick, or else I think both of them will be gone next year.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if it doesn't get better, it's going to be a just washout. Yeah, I mean, because when it's this bad, it gets so hard to separate what's broken. You almost have to just wash it out. I mean, unfortunately for the Jets, they've just been power washing their interior forever, and it just always stays dirty, and they can't ever get that thing right. But they'll probably do that again because, like I said, it just kind of feels all broken. We got to go to break. We'll talk about the NFC on the other side. And one of those divisions in the NFC all has winning records. We'll probably talk about that at some point. Don't go anywhere. Raff's Good Take on Sports. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
Hi, I'm Sarai, your personal banker here at Midwest Bank. I'm proud to serve our community in English and in Espanol because everyone deserves a banker who understands them. This Hispanic Heritage Month, we're celebrating the traditions, values, and dreams that make our community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, planning for the future, or growing your business, estoy aquí para ayudarle a alcanzar sus metas. I'm here to help you reach your goals. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Calling all caffeinated Husker fans. Looking to boost your energy and focus? Caffeine alone won't do the trick. Enter Cranium Energy Drinks based out of Fremont, Nebraska, founded by lifelong Husker fans. Cranium is more than just caffeine. Every can has highly dosed nootropics that help boost mental clarity, paired with 150 milligrams of natural caffeine to provide smooth, long-lasting energy as well as enhanced focus. Find it at Hy-Vee Health Markets in Nebraska and Council Bluffs, as well as select gas stations and supplement stores. Or purchase online at drinkcranium.com, spelled with a Y after the I. Enter code EARLYBREAK for 10% off your order.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Do you want boots that actually feel good on your feet? Meindl delivers premium German-engineered comfort, brought to you right here from Nebraska. Built tough for trails, fields, and everyday wear, and backed by Meindl's Comfort Promise, so you can try them on with confidence. Use promo code THETICKET at MeindlUSA.com, spelled MEINDL, for free shipping. That's MeindlUSA.com. Meindl, comfort you have to feel to believe.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Back to Raff's Good Take on Sports on 93.7 The Ticket. With all the good takes you need, here is your host, Chris Raff.
Welcome back in, final segment. And, we don't have enough time to go through the NFC North. It's already 9:54 p.m. So, Raff, the floor is yours, as always. We got a little bit of time here left, and we can get Raff's Good Take in here. So,
Okay. Well, before I get to Raff's Good Take, just want to let everyone know that Major League Baseball is probably pretty happy tonight because the Dodgers are up 5-1 in the middle of the ninth. So they should be looking to take a 2-0 series lead in that series with the Brewers, which is kind of sad in a way because I believe Robin Yount threw out the first pitch tonight. So I always like rocking Robin Yount, Major League Baseball Hall of Famer, number 19, Milwaukee Brewers. Boom. So, all right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to Malachi Hopkins and his Everybody Gets a Chance Foundation. They had their second annual charity golf tournament this past weekend at Mahoney Golf Course. What Malachi's doing for the young kids here in Lincoln, or there in Lincoln, I'm sorry. I sometimes forget that I'm not there, but there in Lincoln is awesome. And I know that he's getting ready to, get his gala set up for this year. If you want to be a part of that, you definitely want to get a hold of Malachi and Everybody Gets a Chance. It's going to be super awesome. The kid is just amazing. So I just wanted to give Everybody Gets a Chance and Malachi Hopkins Raff's Good Take.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've met Malachi Hopkins, I think, a couple of times through, I think it was through Michael Hunter and John Goodwin through their show on the Malone radio show when they had that one going on here at the Ticket. Really impressive young dude.
Yes.
And you will kind of just sit there and, he's just kind of got a guy that's got all his stuff buttoned up. And if he doesn't have it yet, you can guarantee he's working to make it happen. He's just that type of dude. So I got nothing respect for him. I see him. I know he's a fan of the Ticket as well. So definitely appreciate a guy like him supporting us because we definitely support what he does for the community. That's a great one. Like I said, shout out Malachi Hopkins. What he does for the community is just awesome. So agree with you there. I'm going to give a bad take. Troy Aikman bothered me yesterday. He was very negative the entire game. I was like, why does everyone just having nothing but negative things to say? And when there was like some good plays that would happen, Aikman would be like, kind of lucky there on the Bears. It was like, come on, man. I know Williams isn't playing exceptionally well, but you don't have to hate on him this much. I was just kind of surprised by that. Were you listening to the game, Raff, or watching it?
No, I was watching it, but I had the split screen going on. I had both games going. I was listening to the Bills broadcast, so there was no Peyton and Eli. So usually I'm out on Monday nights. So if Peyton and Eli aren't on, I kind of just watch and don't really listen all that much. So that's on me.
Eli yesterday, I'll tell you that much, because that was, and that's not just me. There was a lot of people that are just like, all right, Aikman, I get who you're.
Did you go back and watch the game?
Yeah, you should be able. I mean, you can.
No. Did you go back and watch it, because you were working the radio the whole time? So
I got lucky. We had a replay, so I got to watch like the first hour, and then the second half, hour, and then I watched home, and then I just rewatched the entire thing because I'm a sicko when it comes to Chicago Bears football. So, Chris Raff, appreciate it as always. As always, though, I'll give you the final words for the people of Lincoln, Nebraska. Since you're down there in Bama, you get the final thoughts.
Like I say all the time, everybody be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.